to my YouTube channel, Khushi Learning Lab. Today's topic is solar system. What is the solar system? Solar system is the collection of 9 planets and their moons in orbit around the sun together with smaller bodies in the form of asteroids, meteorites and comets. What we'll see about the sun? Sun is heart of our solar system. It's a yellow dwarf star, a hard ball of glowing gases. Its gravity holds the solar system together in its orbit. It's a nearest star to Earth, heaviest among the solar system and source of all energy for life on Earth. No sun, no life. What is planet? A planet is astronomical body orbiting a star or a stellar remnant that is first massive enough to be rounded by its own gravity. Second, not massive enough to cause thermonuclear fusion. Third, has cleared its neighboring region of planetesimals. Earlier it was considered that were 9 planets in solar system, but lately one planet called Pluto was declassified from being a planet as it failed to above third criteria of definition of planet. The system comprises of sun, total planets, dwarf planets, moons, asteroids and comets. Planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Dwarf planets are Eris, Pluto, Hauma, Myx, and Ceres. There are 200 plus moons, 9,90,091 asteroids, 3,655 comets in our solar system, along with 8 planets and 5 dwarf planets. Planets fall into 2 groups, inner and outer. Inner planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, and outer are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Between inner and outer planets, there is a ring of small asteroids called as asteroid belt. First is the smallest planet, the Mercury. Mercury is the smallest planet in our solar system. It's just a little bigger than Earth's moon. It is the closest planet to the sun, but it's actually not the hottest. Venus is hotter. Structure and surface. Mercury is smallest planet in a solar system. Mercury is a terrestrial planet. It is small and rocky. Mercury doesn't really have an atmosphere. Time on Mercury. A day on Mercury lasts 59 Earth days. A year on Mercury lasts 88 Earth days. Many cakes in one Earth year. Mercury's neighbors are Mercury does not have any moons. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. Venus is Mercury's neighboring planet. Quick history. Mercury has been known since ancient times because it can be seen without advanced telescopes. Next is the hottest planet, Venus. Even though Venus isn't the closest planet to the Sun, it's still the hottest. It has a thick atmosphere full of the greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide and clouds made of sulfuric acid. In fact, it's so hot on Venus, metals like lead would be puddles of melted liquid. Structure and surface. Venus is the hottest planet in our solar system. Venus is a terrestrial planet. It is small and rocky. Venus has a thick atmosphere. It traps heat and makes Venus very hot. Venus has an active surface, including volcanoes. Venus spins the opposite direction of Earth and most planets. Time on Venus. A day on Venus lasts 243 Earth days. A year on Venus lasts 225 Earth days. Venus neighbors. Venus does not have any moon. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. That means Mercury and Earth are Venus' neighboring planets. Quick history. Venus has been known since ancient times because it can be seen easily without a telescope. Earth. Next is our Mother Earth. Our home planet Earth is a rocky terrestrial planet. It has a solid and active surface with mountains, valleys, canyons, plains, and so much more. Earth is special because it is an ocean planet. Water covers 70% of Earth's surface. Structure and surface. Earth is a terrestrial planet. It is small and rocky. Earth's atmosphere is the right thickness to keep the planet warm so living things like us can be there. It's the only planet in our solar system we know that supports life. It is mostly nitrogen and it has plenty of oxygen for us to breathe. Time on Earth. A day on Earth lasts a little under 24 hours. 1 year on Earth lasts 365.25 days. That means 0.25 extra means every 4 years we need to add 1 day to our calendar. We call it a leap year in a leap year. Earth's neighbors. Earth has just one moon. It is the only planet to have just one moon. Earth has lots of spacecraft watching it. There is still a lot we can learn about our home planet. Earth is third planet from the Sun in our solar system. That means Venus and Mars are Earth's neighboring planets. Quick history. We have known about our planet since ancient times, of course, but we didn't know our place in the solar system for a long time. Next planet is with many volcanoes, the Mars. Mars is a cold desert world. It is half the size of Earth. Mars is sometimes called the red planet. It's red because of rusty iron in the ground. Structure and surface. Mars is a terrestrial planet. It is small and rocky. Mars has a thin atmosphere. Mars has an active atmosphere, but the surface of the planet is not active. Its volcanoes are dead. Time on Mars. 1 day on Mars lasts 24.6 hours. It's just a little longer than a day on Earth. 1 year on Mars is 687 Earth days. It's almost twice as long as 1 year on Earth. Mars neighbors. Mars has two moons. Their names are Phobos and Deimos. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. That means Earth and Jupiter are Mars' neighboring planets. Quick history. Mars has been known since ancient times because it can be seen without advanced telescopes. Several missions have visited Mars, and Mars is the only planet we have sent rovers to. They drive around Mars and take pictures and measurements. Jupiter. Next is the biggest planet in the solar system, the Jupiter. It is the biggest planet in our solar system. It's similar to a star. It is covered in swirling cloud strips. Jupiter is a gas giant and doesn't have a solid surface. Jupiter also has rings, but they're too faint to see very well. Structure and surface. Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is a gas giant. It is made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Jupiter has a very thick atmosphere. Jupiter has rings, but they're very hard to see. Time on Jupiter. One day on Jupiter goes by in just 10 hours. Means one day on Earth is equal to 2 days on Jupiter. 1 year on Jupiter is the same as 11.8 years of Earth. Isn't it creepy? Jupiter's neighbors. Jupiter has 79 confirmed moons. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun. That means Mars and Saturn are Jupiter's neighboring planets. Quick history. Jupiter has been known since ancient times because it can be seen without advanced telescopes. Next is a planet with clear rings. There's Saturn. Saturn isn't the only planet to have rings, but it definitely has the most beautiful ones. The rings we can see are made of groups of tiny ringlets that surround Saturn. They're made of chunks of ice and rock. Like Jupiter, Saturn is a mostly ball of hydrogen and helium. Structure and surface. Saturn is a gas giant like Jupiter. It's mostly made of hydrogen and helium. Saturn has a thick atmosphere. Saturn has a lovely set of 7 main rings with spaces between them. Time on Saturn. 1 day on Saturn goes by in just 10.7 hours. It's just a bit bigger than Jupiter's 1 day. 1 year on Saturn is the same as 29 Earth years. Saturn's neighbors. Saturn has 53 moons. It also has 29 unconfirmed moons we need to learn more about. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun. That means Jupiter and Uranus are Saturn's neighboring planets. Quick history. Saturn has been known since ancient times because it can be seen without advanced telescopes. Uranus. The next is a cold planet, Uranus. Uranus is made of water, methane, and ammonia fluids above a small rocky center. The methane makes Uranus blue. Uranus also has faint rings. Like Venus, Uranus rotates the opposite direction as most other planets. And unlike any other planet, Uranus rotates on its side. Structure and surface. Uranus is surrounded by a set of 13 rings. Uranus is an ice giant instead of a gas giant. It's mostly made of flowing icy materials above a solid core. Uranus has a thick atmosphere made of methane, hydrogen and helium. Uranus is only planet that spins on its side. Uranus spins the opposite direction as Earth and most other planets. Time on Uranus. One day on Uranus lasts a little over 17 hours. 17 hours and 14 minutes to be exact. 1 year on Uranus is the same as 84 years on Earth. That's a long time to wait for a birthday cake. Uranus neighbors. Uranus has 29 known moons. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. That means Saturn and Neptune are Uranus' neighboring planets. Quick history. Uranus was discovered in 1781 by William Herschel in Great Britain. Uranus has only been visited by Voyager 2. Neptune. It's dark, cold and very windy, last of the planets in our solar system. It's more than 30 times as far from the Sun as Earth is. So far, means it may be so cold. Neptune is very similar to Uranus. Neptune has 6 rings, but they're very hard to see. Structure and surface. Neptune is encircled by 6 rings. Neptune, like Uranus, is an ice giant. It's similar to a gas giant. It may be that all the outer planets are same to same. It is made of thick soup of water, ammonia and methane flowing over a solid core above the size of Earth. Neptune has a thick, windy atmosphere. One day on Neptune goes by in 16 hours. Neptune has such a longer journey around the Sun. It takes 165 Earth years to go around once. That's such a long year. Only 1 year for a whole life. That looks so creepy. Thank you. Hope you liked the video. Please like and share my video. And please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.